Good afternoon, students. Welcome back again to chapter number 5, Principles of Inheritance in Variation. Today we are going to talk about mutation. What is mutation? What are the effects of mutation? What are the consequences of mutation? As well as we are also going to talk about pedigree analysis and certain amount of the Mendelian disorders. So first, when we are dealing up with mutation, what is mutation? Mutations, these are sudden, spontaneous changes in the genetic makeup of an organism. So what is mutation? Mutation is, according to the definition, these are the sudden spontaneous changes which occurs in the genetic makeup of an organism. That is, mutations, these are changing the genome or the genetic structure of any living organism, as a result of which the whole of the morphology, the whole of the physiology, the whole of the anatomy, behavioral pattern of an individual changes according to the mutation. So when we are talking about mutations, mutations may be positive mutations or they may be negative mutations. When we are talking about the positive mutations are those mutations which are favorable for a particular species in the upcoming time. And what are negative mutations? Negative mutations are those mutations which are not beneficial for the species and they are deleted with the progression of the time. So these are what is type of the mutations. Again, when we are talking about the type of the mutations, we can categorize mutation into again two types, that is point mutations or we may call as chromosomal aberrations. When we are talking about the point mutations means the single gene mutations. Single gene mutations. And when we are talking about the chromosomal aberrations, these lead to the changes in the ploidy level of an organism. Ploidy level of an organism. So again, when we are talking about mutations, how are mutations arrived, or what are the causative agents of mutations? When we are talking about mutations, these are caused by certain mutagenic agents, which are also known as mutagens. Mutagenic agents. These are those agents which cause mutations in living organisms. These are also known as mutagens. Example, these can be again categorized into two types, that is chemical based, naturally occurring, but we are not going to deal up in detail over here because it's not given in your course. So accordingly we are just going to summarize them as general. Example are radioactive elements, ultraviolet rays, etc., etc. So these are the mutagens which are the causative agents of mutations. So when we are talking about mutations, and as I have told you all that mutations, these are lead to the changes in the genetic makeup of any living organism. Hence they alter the genetic sequence of any living organism, and accordingly they also do alter the expression of various proteins at various levels, whether it can be at the morphological level, whether it can be at the physiological level, at the anatomical level, at the histological level, at the intellectual level, or any sort of that level. So these mutations, these are very root causes of causing various disorders in various living organisms. Now we are going to shift up to pedigree analysis. This topic mutation, it is also discussed in our next chapter, that is the nucleic acid, that we are just going to proceed after this chapter, and that we are going to discuss it in detail, because it is much and more to be explained over there. Hence we are since we are going to learn about the structure of the chromosome as well as the DNA and the genes. Therefore it is more applicable to study the topic mutation over there rather than over here, because here it is not having any much and more function. Just we are going to learn that it leads to chromosomal aberrations or certain of the Mendelian disorders. That's it. Now further on, when we are talking about pedigree analysis, what is pedigree analysis? When we are talking about pedigree analysis, there are, what to say, certain diseases which are prevalent. So not diseases, we are not going to call them diseases, we are going to call them the disorders which are prevalent in a particular family from generations to generations. Okay, and since when we are talking about the human species, so in humans it is not very easy to carry out experiments like it was done in the Mendel to find out the genotype or phenotype of any living organism. So in order to find out whether which disease is prevalent in any particular family history and how can it be prevented in the upcoming generations, we carry out the pedigree analysis. Basically pedigree analysis is what? Pedigree analysis is the study of the family tree or family history for a particular trait or a disorder. And when we are carrying out the pedigree analysis for a particular type of a disease, for example, we are carrying out pedigree analysis for hemophilia. Since it is very much common example of what to say, pedigree analysis, since it was found in the royal family, and then it was studied how the basic mechanism of inheritance takes place, how it is inherited. So we can very well study it from there, and then we can find it that how is it going to be transmitted to the upcoming generations, how is it has been transmitted in the past generation, who are the carriers and who are the affected person, and how the mode of inheritance will be carried out into the next upcoming generations, and how can we stop it over there. That means how can we prevent the upcoming generations from being affected from that particular disease or disorder. That is known as pedigree analysis. So there are various diseases for which we carry out pedigree analysis. For example, hemophilia, sickle cell anemia, etc., etc. Now further on, when we are talking about pedigree analysis and we want to study various traits, then there are certain disorders which are what to say, categorized as Mendelian disorders. Whenever we are talking about the disorders in any living organism, or specifically when we are talking about the human beings, the disorders in the human beings, these are categorized into two types, that is the Mendelian disorders and the others are chromosomal disorders. So when we are talking about the Mendelian disorders, what are Mendelian disorders? Mendelian disorders are those disorders which follow the same pattern of inheritance as it was found in the Mendelian inheritance. Those disorders which follow the same pattern of inheritance as was found in Mendelian inheritance. Here again, when we are talking about the genotypes, as we all know, that they occur in the homologous pairs, that is the alleles, allelic forms, and accordingly one of the allele is going to be recessive and the other is going to be dominant. And the Mendelian disorders, they can be either dominant or recessive traits. They can be either dominant traits or they can be either the recessive traits accordingly. So Mendelian disorders can be either dominant or recessive traits. Further on, when we are talking about the dominant and recessive traits, they can be sex linked also. That is, they can be either linked to the X chromosome, that is the female chromosome, or they can be linked to the Y chromosome, that is the male chromosome that leads to the maleness. So these can be either sex linked traits, as it is found in hemophilia. It is a sex linked trait, as it is found associated with the X chromosome, plus it is a recessive trait. Accordingly, in our previous videos we have already talked about what are autosomes and what are sex chromosomes. Then there are certain diseases which are directly linked to the autosomes or the vegetative chromosomes, or we can call them the autosomes. Then these are said to be the autosomal disorders. Or autosomal traits even, but when the disorders or the traits, they are directly linked up with the sex chromosomes, then they are said to be the sex linked traits, and accordingly their pattern of inheritance also vary significantly. So here either the male can be a carrier or the female can be a carrier according to the type, which is the recessive one or which is the dominant one, and in which condition do they prevail. So here this is the mode of pattern of Mendelian disorders. It differs very much significantly from the chromosomal disorders, which leads to the ploidy level, which leads to the alternation in the ploidy level. Now in my next video, we are just going to continue up with some of the Mendelian disorders that are given in your NCERT book as an example, that is hemophilia, sickle cell anemia and phenylketonuria. Till then, thank you.